Hey there, it's Celeste, and we are going to do a honest 1 week review of Sintra. I've been on the app for about 6 to 7 days, and I wanted to share my experience. Also, I'm gonna give you a quick outline so you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a brief introduction. I'm gonna talk about the features, functionality. I'm gonna talk about my experience as a user, performance, any speed, and any issues that I've had, the price and value, support and resources, the pros and cons from my opinion, and then the overall impression of the software. So let's get started. We're going to pop over to the main page of the Sintra app. And what Sintra is basically an app that lets you hire AI employees or an AI work staff. So it has 12 embedded staff people inside of it. And so it builds itself as a way for you to hire your own AI powered assistants powered by your AI brain. And that brain is actually programmed throughout your use of it, just like any other chat GPT bot. The brain has to be trained to work like you, speak like you, and promote your brand. These assistants can help complete tasks for you even while you're sleeping, all to save your most valuable asset, which is your time. And so this is the way they are building this as a time saving AI system that can help you be a little more productive. So on the screen, you see that here are your AI assistants. I'm going to go into those a little later. But basically, as a brief introduction, you use these helpers to basically do tasks for you. So I'm going to go to, oops, we're in the wrong section. Let's click back over. There we go. Um, Let me kill that window so we don't ever open that again. All right, so the next things we're going to talk about the features and the functionality. In order to do that, I need to actually jump into my program. And once you log in, you see that you have your, oops, I'm going to close that window there. You have your brain workspace. So this is my brain workspace. And some of the features that I like in this is that when you open up, it asks you what's on your mind today. So what are you thinking about? What kind of ideas do you have for the day? You can put those in, and then it will activate some more generating ideas. I've actually haven't used this part yet because typically I've only been in 6 days. So when I come in, I'm going straight here to these ideas and to these questions first, and then I'm typically have something already in my mind that I want to do in the app. So one of the features that I really love, and I'm going to try this out, and then on our next video I'll let you know what pops up when I do this. So typically when I jump in here, it has 10 new ideas, and what it is each of the helpers is giving us some ideas of what they can do to help you. So it's not like you are having to come up with all the ideas. They're coming up with the ideas, and you can say whether you like the ideas or not. So this one says Millie will develop a script for upselling my art class packages, because if you follow me, my channel, I'm an artist, and I also teach classes on Canva, as well as a traditional artist, have an art degree, teach painting classes, drawing classes, and like Photoshop and different other classes like that. So Millie is going to do that. I'm going to say I like that idea, so I'm going to click the heart, and Millie will, next time I open Millie, she'll do that. Vizzy will create a daily schedule template balancing my multiple roles. Okay, so great. And I have 8 left. I'm not going to go through all all of them, but I wanted you to see that even if you don't tell it what to do, it will bring you ideas. And that's one of the features that I really like. And then there's questions that it asks to train the brain. And what I like about this feature is that it doesn't ask you all of the questions at once. It gives me a couple questions per day. And then I guess based on those questions, it asks more questions as we follow up and get deeper into the program. As I said, I've only been in 6 to 7 days, about a week. And so I'm still learning, and the AI is still learning my brand and my company. So those are great. These are like two of my favorite features is the new ideas and the questions that help train the AI brain. So these are all of your AI employees. They're here. There's 12 of them. Buddy, Cassie, Comet, Dexter, Emmy, Gigi, Millie, Penn, Scouty, Seomi, Soshi, and Vizzy. So the way these work is if I want to create a task like an email, because Emmy's an email marketing, I just click on Emmy and then I give her a task in here similar to Chat GPT. I give her a task to do, or she has suggested tasks, which are things that are pretty much normal that any business person would need. Do you need a strategy to boost your email rates? Well, she'll give you a strategy. Do you need an engaging newsletter? I'm still training the brain, so typically if they create a newsletter for me today, I'm going to go in and tweak it a little bit because it's still learning me. Develop a sales email sequence. It will do that. I could tell it which brand. I have 3 different brands I'm working with. I have a personal coaching brand where I coach individuals on their social media, how to put a book together, different creative strategies. I coach them that way. Then I have an art brand where I create art, have art classes and do self-care with art. And then I have a faith-based line where I encourage, empower people in their faith. So I have 3 different, and I've been programming the system to know those 3 different brands. And when I ask it to create something, it does it based on those specific brand requirements. So Emmy will write emails for you. One of the other things that I love about this, so you see there's all of these different AI employees. I'm going to go through them a little bit later. But one of the other features I love are these power ups. So not only does each employee, AI employee and helper have a generic job, but they have these power ups that they can do in addition. So like one of Vizzy's power ups is a trip planner. So if I want to create a travel itinerary, I can. It can do a financial report based on my PDF financials. So I can upload all my PDF files and get a financial report, which is great, great, great. And then if I need to organize memorable birthdays, I haven't tried the financial report or the trip planner. Well, I think I actually did plug in the trip because I wanted to take a trip in November. And I haven't had a chance to go back in and look at it. But I will, and maybe I'll do a separate video on that. Buddy, I've used this newsletter strategy to help me create a monthly newsletter calendar with different topics based on my business idea, which is great. Cassie, customer service, she created a email responder, like 5 different emails for my types of clients, what they would buy, and a response email to them. Now, I do have to put this into my email system and schedule that automation in that other program, but just being able to have it written has been great. Some of the other features, I love the idea that Comet does a landing page writer, and I've been playing with that a little bit. Reminder, I'm 6 days in, and I work a full-time job, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But there's so many different things that they can create for you based on their jobs, and these are power ups. So these are in addition to what they normally do. This one right here, Millie can create a proposal for you, and I'm going to be in the near future creating some cold emails. Okay. So that's going to be great. I use Penn a lot, which is the copywriter. And I do generic writings, but I love the fact that she can write a blog post and email newsletter. So I love that. And they can write simple emails like responses to things. So there are your power ups. Soshi, I want to say this one definitely is a great one, because if you want to find a viral trend that's connected to your business line, you can do that by a specific industry, and it can give you some ideas which may help you find something viral that you can put on YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, X, formerly known as Twitter. And also down here is a real script writer. So it's great because they'll give you ideas and that you can use. So let's go back to our outline so I stay on task. So features and functionality, we're done. Let's go to the user experience. I have some pros and cons to my user experience. My main con is that there isn't an app, and I'm sure they're developing an app, but like with an app, I would be able to get alerts to letting me know, okay, there's 8 new ideas in there. Or being able to schedule and say, hey, it's time for you to do this, that, or the other. So I would want an app that would be able to schedule tasks that I need done from the employees, if that makes sense. So they give me ideas, but I have to log in order to do the ideas. But I do like the fact that when I do get in, I can push a button and go to a specific employee and say, hey, basically, you're in my office now. This is what I need you to do. And they could say, hey, guess what? I have these ideas. I'm going to run these for you. Just like if I click that I wanted those ideas, they pop up in there. So if you see these ones, these are the things that I hearted that I say I wanted them to do. So when I click on these, they're going to actually start building those responses for me. So I think that's a great functionality or part of my user interface. But I would like an app. I would like an app that I can have on my phone, so I don't have to like go on Chrome and go through and do all of that. I could just click the app and start working from there. Sorry, I'm clicking. I'm just making sure that I'm staying on task. All right. So other than that, my user experience is actually great. Let's go back into my helpers. So I like the simple interface because, as you can see, it's kind of made for the phone, even though they don't have an independent app. I showed you the power ups. So one of the features is an automated social media poster. I'm still learning how to use this. This is going to be a game changer for me. Having this being able to auto post. I'm not sure that it can post to multiple platforms. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to try it, and then maybe my next video I'll be able to tell you about how the auto poster works. But I like the idea that we can actually do that. The information says the automations are a set of tools that allow you to automate tasks in your business. But this one specifically says social media auto poster. And I'm sure as they grow in the app, they're going to have more automations available. Your AI brain, this is where it has 47 snippets in the 6 days that I've been working, 7 days that I've been working in it. So I'm still learning about filling these snippets. I'm not really sure yet what websites and files are, but I am going to figure that out. I see there's an add info manually. So maybe there we go. I can upload websites and files in here to help the app learn me and learn my business. So I can actually put my website in. Let me go ahead and do that now. Oops, if I could spell today. So I can go ahead and save my, oh, okay. So I need to put HTTPS on there. All right, so now it has my website in there. I think, oh, so it says network error. I don't know how to use this, so I'm going to ask them to help me instead of me trying to figure it out myself. So when we get to that part, we, well, I'll talk about support when we get to support. So my user experience has been pretty good. I've been able to figure out most of the things that I needed to figure out. I do have some questions, and I'm not afraid to go into that help screen, which I'll show you in a minute. Pricing, let's talk about performance and speed. Okay, so I haven't had any real issues with speed and performance besides, like, just now you saw me get that network error because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm probably typing something in wrong and am not aware of the functionality. And as you can see, it's pretty simple, but you just want to make sure that you're doing it the right way. And so I will look into it and let you know about that this coming week. So where are we? Okay, we're talking about performance and speed. So everything I've wanted to do has been done in a speedy and timely manner, in a matter of seconds or minutes. I want to do some YouTube painting tutorials, and I did ask for some ideas. I liked most of the ideas, and so my general rule of thumb for AI is every idea is not going to be great, but some of them will. So pull the ones that are and chuck the others, or adapt and change the others, to something that's great. So the speed has been great. It did take a little bit longer I asked it to create like a list of images based on the ideas that I think it was Soshi, the social media helper, gave me. And it did take a while to create those images. Okay, so it did take a while. Some of them I liked, some of them I didn't. But as far as speed, I think it's great. It took less time than me doing it by myself. So I think that's great. So let's talk about pricing and value. So I'm going to go back to the page and I'm going to go to pricing. And so basically, if you get an individual helper, it's $39 a month. Okay. I originally got Soshi. I just got one. I got a $39 a month. And then I realized, oh man, I wish I had Emmy because I need to send out some emails this week. And then I was like, ooh, I wish I had, I believe it's Dexter, who does the e-commerce ideas. And then I was like, at this point, I need to just upgrade and get the X. So I ended up getting X and paying the $97 per month. They did have a code that I could use for my first month, and I can drop my link in the bottom part so you can take advantage of this 30% off coupon. But basically, you get all 12 helpers. I don't know. I haven't used all of these helpers yet, but I could see how I could use them, and them making suggestions to me every couple of days helps me organize and think of things in my business that I may not have thought of. So it's either $39 a month, or if you pay $97 a month, you can have all 12. I think that is a great value. And the reason why is because I've had struggles with personal assistants and virtual assistants. I've had lots of problems with that over the years. Like I'll be going good with someone, even increasing their rates and doing that. And then all of a sudden something comes up and they disappear. I don't know where they are. And that's kind of frustrating. And then some of the things that I've endured with virtual assistants, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but if my business is not growing at the rate of the price increase that they want to have, it becomes a problem. So, like I had one assistant where we agreed to, and she was from the Philippines, we agreed to a $6-7 an hour rate, right? But then I noticed other people were hiring her at $15 and $16 an hour. So what that means is that those $15-16 an hour projects would take precedence over my $6 an hour precedent. And I was paying her for like maybe 10 hours a week. And, for $15-20 an hour, she could work 2 to 3 hours on my project. I mean, on their project, and make more money than what she would do working 10 hours for me. You get that. So as far as the value is concerned, many of the tasks that I need to get done, or ideas or concepts, by having this, I believe so far it was been well worth it financially for me. Like I've gotten over $97 worth of work done from the AI helpers over even waiting on a virtual assistant. My other challenge with the virtual assistant was time schedules because of the time difference. So I work during the day, and they sometimes try to work during US hours. And so because they work their jobs during the hours at their time. So in Philippines, it's like 12 hours from me, from our 12 hours difference in time. And so at 11 o'clock in the daytime, it's 11 o'clock at night, and that's when they're working on my task. Well, I'm a school teacher, so there's no way I could stop and let my class go wild to address questions with them. So what I'm learning is that these helpers can help frame a project in a way that if I needed to have someone else work on it, I can give them a completed full project scope without me having to do all of the work. I'm just reviewing, tweaking, and here, this is what I need you to do, if that makes sense. So I'm saying the value is worth the price, $97, where I was paying 6 times for $240 a month before, and not getting really what I wanted out of it. Okay. So let's talk about support. When we talk about support, let's go back in. Inside the app, there is a help tab. And you can actually go in and leave messages and talk to one. There's a bot that helps you first with generic questions. If you can't get your questions answered that way, it asks you, do you want to talk to a person? And you say yes. So you ask your question, and then it gives you responses. And as you can see, I've asked a question and I have a message. I'm not going to open that message because I can't remember what I asked. And but the messages come right here. And then I like that because I was able to chat with a person about some of the features that I would like to see, like the app itself. I also hold on, let me see. I would like to see some more training videos, but with AI, to me, you learn by practicing. And I'm sure as they grow, there'll be more videos. And then people like me who use things and try them out, I could do some videos also, just from a user standpoint. Let's pop over to my outline again. Okay, so pros and cons. I've already given you some pros, which are pretty much that a lot of the tasks that I need done are more thinking tasks and organizational tasks to give me an outline for something that I can implement. And then what I typically do after that is then go and have the helpers implement each part of the strategy in a format. So one of the pros for me is structural and organization and getting a plan for stuff, which helps me be more productive. Also, as I said, the money saving, there's a lack of going back and forth. If I set 10 minutes to do a task or to organize a task, I could set the 10 minutes, get it done, and it's done. And I don't have to wait till 3 o'clock in the morning to see if my person is going to get up and do it and all of that. The cons, and I won't necessarily say this is a con, but I was reading some of the reviews of the application, and one of the people were like, basically that they build this as AI employees, as if they were like workers that worked in your business and were able to actually be like people and do things like people. I guess for me, I don't know if that, like, these are computer programs, and so they can only do what they're trained to do. And so I think starting out thinking that it's going to just take over your whole company and run it, I think that is kind of just not realistic. But I do believe that as the programs increase and we give our feedback of different features that we want, I believe that they will incorporate those things. There is a video, a welcome video from, let me go, let's go back to home. There's a welcome video from the owners and the people who created the app. And I think that that's something good that you can watch to get an idea and feel about who they are and, what their feelings are towards changes and upgrading and doing things that help make the app work a little bit better. Let's see, where are we in our outline? Okay, so before we go, I definitely want to show you this document that I created, because one of the things that I think should be a feature, I know I'm jumping back, is a place to see all of these bots or helpers. I guess I can call them helpers, Sintra helpers, because that's what they call them. I think we're getting into our Jetson mode where we're, I don't know if you're old enough to know about the Jetsons, but they had robots and different computer technology working for them and carrying out tasks for them. And I think this is where we're going. So these are all of the ones, and I actually put this all in one place so if I need to do something, I can say, hey, which helper should I use, and go ahead and pull that, do a search. So if I wanted a TikTok script, I can just type in TikTok and it lets me know that Soshi is the one who should do this, which I should know that, but sometimes some of the things overlap. So I created this, and I wish they would have something like this where all of the AI workers are here, and I could just type in, I need a social media calendar, which helper should I use? And it automatically will tell me. That thing that I was at the top, it may do that. This may be what that's for, but I haven't tried it. So I'll try it and let's see. What's on my mind? What's on my mind is social media posts. Let's see. for next week. Let's see what it tells me. So guess what? When I do that, it pops me all the way to Seomi, and she goes on and creates that. So that, like I say, I've been in 6 days. So some of this stuff I don't know how to do yet, but just trying that out right there, let me know, hey, if I type that, let's try one more thing and see. I need an email to alert my Canva customers, Canva coaching customers, that the Creative Boost newsletter will launch October 2nd. Let's see what happens. So yeah, so it does that. So it knows to go to Emmy, and Emmy automatically starts creating my newsletter for me and telling them what to expect. Great. So that's another pro that I wasn't expecting to share with you, but hey, that's great. Our last thing I want to share is my overall impression of the software. Overall, I think it's great. I think that it's going to be very helpful to me, who needs a lot of help and have limited time to actually do some of the things that I need to do. So if you're like me, you might work full time or have another venture, or might have to be on sales calls all day or do this, that, and the other, but you're by yourself and you need additional help. I think this will help you. And when you get those ideas in your head, you can just go in there, type on what's on your mind today, put it in, and get the answers you need right there. I think it's worth it. I think the ideas are good, and I think they'll get even better once I train the brain a little bit more. And like I say, I'm 6 days in, a week in. I will come back in a week and let you know how I figured out, if I figured out how to train this brain a little bit better, and what are some of the results of some of the tasks, like as far as emails and responses and growth of my list or growth in sales. I can share that with you next week. But oh, you know what else I didn't tell you? I'm so sorry I didn't tell you this. I like one thing that Emmy is able to do is actually add calendar events to my Google Calendar. And I should have said that during the features. Emmy is able to, literally, I can tell her to add these dates to my calendar, these events at specific times, and they actually go straight on my Google Calendar, and then it gives me an alert on my Google Calendar, like however I have it set up, to give me an alert an hour before, 2 hours before, or that day, to let me know what I have going on. And that has been a game changer for me also. So I think that's all I want to say. I might do some videos on the individual helpers and what they've done to help me, but overall I think it's great. And if you have any other questions, like I say, I'm 6 days in, but I can answer any other questions that you have based on my 6 days of experience. Down in the comments, I'll drop the link for you to get your 30% off while that lasts. And I can get you a link to this copy, to view this copy of the helpers, so that you can see what each one does in one document instead of having to do a lot of going back and forth on that screen. Alrighty, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope this helped you a little bit, just an honest review of the Sintra Helpers app. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.